Hello and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are here. We're going to be running the last of the new loads out to the oil field is going to be the plan. So we are going to be running the Tweetsy. We have the box cars and the flats there for the tools and pipes. We're going to have to go out and get those. We have made a couple additions out to the oil field, so we'll kind of take a look at those today. And see how all that goes. Let's see if we can get this thing rolling anyway. Oh, we probably got brakes on. Yep. Sided trains generally have brakes on, or at least we try to do that whenever possible. Alright, now let's see if we can get this thing rolling and then shove some coal in it. See if we can get the thing warming up. Alright, that'll at least get us rolling. Alright, sweet. Probably going to need a lot more than that in there though, but I want to actually get this thing moving along a little bit here. As you see, we do have a few of the locomotives have been brought up to the shop. So rotating locomotives in and out. Have a few of them, excuse me, parked up for storage. Alright, nope, get down, we're good, there, everything should be fine. No need to dawdle. We have plenty of track to cover today, so we will be heading along. You can see we are starting to get things up in the yard now, or at least, you know, we still have tons of storage. So not like we're running out of room or anything like that, but we do have things coming up in the yard now. So Gold Train is up here, though that needs to get detached. Stuff like that. We have a stack over there, which was the Ruby Basin stack. Plenty of storage rooms still around, that's for sure. Not even begun to get that yard filled up yet, so lots of room for expansion there as we start to bring things in. Everything working well so far in there. Now we have enough in there for at least one of the roundhouses to be full. We have 4 locos in storage currently. We definitely have a few more that we could get in there. Still cleaning things up. Only one more stop delay track-wise, and then we will have this save file out. Was hoping to get it done this week, didn't quite get it in. Probably be the very start of next week, I would think, and we'll have this one out. Just one more piece of track. One more piece of track and one more landing delay. But I had to finish things up right, so gotta make sure everything's working and running and operating. So, there you go. Close. Missed the deadline by 2 days. Wasn't really a deadline. Was hoping to get it finished up this week, or at least get it released this week, but just missed it. Misjudged what it was going to take. I said from the start, though, that this one we didn't want to hurry with it, because kind of just wanted to be nice. This layout's been just a lot of fun. Still plan on running this layout quite a bit. A lot of things I still want to add to it, but the track, for all intents and purposes, will be in there. This is something I'm thinking about changing here, bringing it over to this side and then kind of wrapping it across. Now that I know I'm not feeding anything down there, I'm bringing just bringing a bridge across there or something. Not totally sure, because you can kind of run up the side of that ridge there. I don't know. Might be something coming up. A few alterations and adjustments. 40 miles an hour should probably bring that down a little bit. So we you don't lose it at the bottom of the hill. Alright, keeping that going. Decent on the firebox now. Everything good to go. Alright. This switch can definitely go now. That's one alteration it should make too. Well, I don't know, because if we bring this track across the other way, we could run a rail under it to, I don't know, somewhere, just the feed tool. Maybe up to the gold mine. That wouldn't be a horrible plan. Just bring it up over the other rails. That might be a thing to do. Alright, let's see if we can crack this down, crank it down, and go for some more speed. It's a good spot just to kind of test the speed of the locos. Nice and flat in here. Almost 30 on flat. Yeah, not too bad. The last 100% will make it go even faster. Pretty much sitting steady at right around the same spot. There, we're getting a little more out of it. 28, probably. 28, 29. Flat ground, running with an empty load. It's not so bad. Here we go as we're ripping by here. We are not going to slow down to take a heck of a lot of look. I don't know how much we'll get to see what we what we added, but we'll get a look at that as we come back up. We'll probably see the loco that we have over there currently for a yard loco, which is probably going to change around. So not too crazy, but we do have a Climax sitting up there for now. The thought process there is if we do need to have an extra haul up the hill when we're bringing tankers in and out, the Climax is definitely good for that. So it's also kind of there as a booster. But we did turn around and put in a side track there for bringing in the train. We do obviously then have the yard loco in there, and that'll just make things easier to shift around and move around. I do not think the Climax is going to stay as the loco in there. I think the Climax is probably going to go over to logs. That way we just have all the geared locos doing wood, doing log stuff, either switching or cordwood or logs. And I think that's kind of the way that I'm going to run this one. But we did get a Climax in. See if we can work that in when we do some oil tankers, something like that. We'll just have to see. A little slow for long hauls, so we're definitely not running it, excuse me, on a run like this one. That's for sure. Just take too long. But I would not be opposed to the Climax doing logs. It can certainly haul more empties back up the steep grade than the Glenbrook is doing. So that would definitely be an upgrade. Would definitely be an upgrade there for us. And I think we could probably triple what we're doing for logs in a run if we stick the Climax over there. And the log run's not terribly long, plus a good chunk of it is on that steep downhill grade. You can see there off in the distance actually. So it the speed isn't going to work against it. A lot of it's downhill on the way there, and then on the way back it would pay off because it would be all in 2 or 3 times as many cars. So that's probably going to be the most effective use of the Climax as far as I'm concerned. Probably see that next time we're running logs, you know. We'll go for it and see how the Climax actually handles the logs. Probably triple it up. We'll take both stacks. We do have the 2 stacks of cars for logs, so we'll probably buy a whole another, if not 2 more stacks, and go with 3 or 4 of them. and really get the logs just running all in one go. One and done. Nice way to do logs. Hard to do them that way when you got a steep grade and a little logo on it though, but Climax would be good for that one. We'll have to give it a shot. As long as it handles the downhill portions with some speed, then it won't be so bad. You know, if the return run is a little slow, that's cool as long as you're taking a lot more. I wouldn't be opposed to that actually, so I'll have to give that a shot coming up. Alright. Make sure we good to go around the horn here. I think we're good. I think we're good. We'll just have to see how everything works, but we should be good. Paying some fines there probably for missing a few whistles. That's for sure. Good news is we got the money to pay fines now. No big deal. Alright. I'd rather get this on a little bit of a pull in here. If at all possible, it's nice because if you pull through here, it keeps the cars separated and you don't tend to run into as many problems. Let's go. Alright, we made it through there. What the flip that? We can gas it. We're out. Got a little bit of a uphill there to get over. And then we can kind of start chugging down, going for some speed again. Get on it. Throw a little bit of coal at this thing. Boy, the bouncer run is real back here. Woohoo! Alright. I do like how that's like really short on that side and then nice just slumped off. Gives it kind of a feel, I don't know. I like it. There we go. Over far. I dig that kind of how it's just off as decoration. Like we don't actually go to it, but it looks kind of legit. So it's cool. Hopefully that'll be a thing one day that we get some nice big prop buildings that are a little different than just the little ones that we have, like some train buildings in there. Certainly a cool thing to see in the props, or would be a cool thing to see in the props, that we got some buildings that are a little more train-like, just instead of the, we got a lot of the old western buildings, which is cool for like little in town, but it would be kind of cool to be able to decorate yards with like more proper train buildings, stuff like that. So something I would look forward to, obviously. I'm sure plenty of suggestions out there in the community. And I'm sure the team has plenty of ideas as to what they would like to also see in the game there. So looking forward to that. Hopefully someday. Soon-ish. No, I don't know. I always want everything in every update, that's for sure. I know that we're going to be supposed to be getting focused on multiplayer stuff coming up, so a lot of people interested in that too. Definitely something I'm looking forward to. Multiplayer controls, things like that, as the team has talked about. We'll just have to see how it all comes. Definitely looking forward to that in the months to come here. Nice thing with this loco is it is pretty decent about dealing with speed. Brakes are a little smoother than on the Ruby Basin. I think that causes some derailment issues every once in a while with the Ruby Basin when you're running it. Probably currently. Some brakey kidding. The brake gets a little locked up there at the top end, so I noticed it's a little sketchier than that loco. Alright, probably down some speed here as we're heading into the turn. Oop, too much. I always dump too much speed right here. Uh-oh. He didn't this time. Phew. Do have to appreciate being able to flip switches on the map. That's one right there. Saved it. That's cool. Haha. Neat. Alright, let's go. This I need to change. Nah, I mean, it's super simple. It functions. I don't know. Probably don't really need a yard loco there. And I'd like to change up the dock stuff probably, so that might be a thing coming too. Though I have noticed with the new dock links, when you go to change that stuff, if you had dock there before, you got to be careful when you go to change the dock stuff, because you change much in there and it wants to grab the new links, and then you'd have to relay. You might have to relay more than just a piece or two, I guess I'll say. I did go to alter a few things in there and then noticed that, like, with the links, I'd have to change a lot more, so haven't done that yet. All the holding down there could really go away. We don't really need it there, and then the yard logo, for that matter, could come out of there, but it is a popular place to do yard work, so for some people. Alright, here we go on the hill climb. This turn as well. Not super high speed. Which I could obviously alter that and make that much, much wider. For high speed, but then, you know, again, I don't know everybody else's feelings on that. Do you build just for high speed, or do you build some places where you know you gotta slow down? I guess that's always the debate. Here as well, do you widen it out as much as you possibly can for high speed rail, or do you lay it in there and then just kind of go with it? You know, this is laid in more for the elevation than it is for kicking it out, but we definitely could widen it out. Maybe that is the way to go. I don't know. Thoughts on that? Kick it down below. I don't know. Maybe I'm going about it wrong, or maybe I should just try to build that out wider. I could. It's possible. That's for sure. Let's make sure that we're going to get into where we want to get into. Alright. If we go this way, then we're going to be good for what we need. Yes, yes, yes. And then we'll have the boxcars going forward. So we can do boxcars and pipes at the same time. Or tool cars. They're not even box cars, because really they're livestock cars, but we use them for the tools. Tools come in a crate, so what do we care? Much easier to see when the car is full or empty, even though you can see it on the map now, but it's just easier to see when it's loading and when it's unloading. So really that's the process there. Still a pretty good run down the main line, I think. Could consider double tracking a lot of sections on this main line too, which would be a thought for running, you know, if you're really starting to run heavy quantities of trains. Turn around and put in a whole double main line. Yeah, maybe. Down. There we go. Chop that. Probably don't need to come screeching completely in. Alright. Now let's see what we gotta line up to first here. Oh. Ah. Probably the pipes. Pipes in the first tool car, maybe? Let's see, we'll just line up the back pipe car and see how that goes. Alright. Oh, good point. Tip. Compressor. Crank that up. That should give us maybe better brake pressure there for this loco, since the brakes aren't biting just a bit. Oh. Alright, we're gonna have to back up a foot. Definitely did not pay attention to that car when I was... Oop, nope. Alright. Think that'll do it. That should do it. Enough. Not sure how much we're going to get out of here, but it's going to be enough to get the oil field running. Obviously, usually used to run just the 3 cars of pipes out there. We don't even probably need to go crazy with tools, to be totally honest. You don't run tools out there very often, so we'll just take what it gets as we load these. So I guess if we only pull 1 car forward, we're not really going to be able to load that many more. Tools, whatever. We'll take what we can get, I guess. Alright. Stop that. Whoa! Alright, we probably want to go forward this time. Spin this around. Not really worried about necessarily how many tools we can get there. I know that the oil field does not go through a lot of tools, so you know, getting some there is gonna get us started, and we run plenty of trains. Oh, gotta back it up. That's horrible. It's gonna be good. Woo! Alright, get it. Is it still gonna get that one? So that's what I was trying to line up. Still got it. Good. I don't know how many we got in here. What do we get in here? 15. Oh, we got half a car. That's good. Although, actually, I suppose we're going to need a few there because we do want it to burn some because we're taking way too many pipes. If we fill the train, anyway. So we are going to need some. Get that out of the way. Just grab a couple more anyway. Still wouldn't be sad if these just loaded, if you had an option to just go load it. But we do have to say, quality of life wise, we load so much faster than we used to that we really have very little to complain about if you've been playing the game long enough. That's for sure. Because these things used to would have taken, I mean, whatever. These cars used to take a very long time to load. Alright, that's good enough for that car. If we have to run more tools, I'm not going to be sad about running more tools. Likewise, oh, I should have stopped that crane so we don't drop them halfway in the middle of nowhere. Let's do that. Otherwise, we'll just drop them off the back as we're pulling away. We're not going to try to do that. Alright, crank that up. Of course, I think the back of this train is probably going to be a pain to see either way. Whatever. We'll just run down there and check. Oh, the good old-fashioned way. Did we get either one of them? No. Alright, we gotta back up every single time. This train, I'm 2 feet too far forward. And I don't know if that's because I've been used to just stopping a little faster than this one, maybe. Not too sure. Alright. That should be good. Get the job done. Unfortunately, we won't be able to load any more tools. But, what? Oh, are we out? Oh, we're out. Okay. There you go. Well, that'll do it. Alright, we're out of pipes. Wow, what do we need up here? Might as well run around and check, because we're going to have to bring probably iron. It's always iron. Coal. Still got some coal. Actually, it's all getting low. Look at that. Iron totally out. Oh, and yeah, lumber too. So, there you go. We're going to be back at the smelter in no time, because we can't push out much past. A lot doesn't get done, or not back at the smelter. Yeah, well, back at the smelter to bring over to here for sure. But there you go. The ironworks is kind of one of the keys to the whole thing, right? If this place isn't running and putting out stuff nowadays, you push so much in and out of here. It's just unreal. Between here and the smelter, you really do. A person could justify having them pretty close to each other because you do really just. That is a lot of loads. That's where you make a lot of money, but you need to run a lot of loads. Especially once you get the dredge going, it just starts really ripping through stuff. You know, we used to haul out 3 cars of pipes, and that was a ton. Nowadays, you can pull out, you know, you can run huge trains with pipes all over the joint. Or at least between getting the oil field and the dredge up and running anyway, you can run pipes like crazy. Which means you can run iron like crazy. And all the meanwhile, you're going through coal. So there is a lot of loads to be run nowadays, which is kind of nice, you know. I mean, there's always something to do. It's pretty hard to actually get it all filled in and to backfill it all and to keep it all backfilled. Like, you know, just that in itself. I have not reached that status yet. Usually by then I'm always working on a new layout, so who knows. Pushing along, but this will be good. We definitely didn't need, you know, to fill up any one of the tools. We'll have, you know, far too many tools. We do have an extra thing of pipes in there from what we would normally run, so we'll have a decent start here with oil anyway, I think, on this train. Alright, one thing I do notice there is we are going to have to set a little bit of brake here. And then we will we'll grab some coal while we're in a chill spot here. Chuck that in the box so we don't run out. We know that we do not want to take this left up here over 30 miles an hour, so right in here you don't really want to be going much more than 30. I can say I have laid a few of them down in this valley doing that very thing. Alright, let's push it. Anything over 20 in here, or pushing it. We still haven't put up warning signs, but that's, you know when you get by these rocks in here, you better start paying attention to getting down to 20 miles an hour because it's coming. And in here, for some reason, the train really likes it. If, like, you're not pushing enough brake in here, it really likes to just kind of accelerate going into this turn. It's happy to do that. We really could widen this turnout, but it does make it kind of fun. Look at that, like, realistically, trains, I think, have places where they definitely have to slow down, and places that are not just like, oh, go crazy, you run full throttle. So, I don't know. It's one of those things. Do you build them in, or do you not build them in? We are not going to go crazy with the speed here because I know this bridge down here really does not appreciate much over 25 miles an hour. Not on this curve, which this one I have really contemplated widening. Because you don't like losing it at the very bottom. See, like, this is pushing it. It's always the cars that derail it here, not the loco. Alright, there we go. Now let's just go for it. Slam it. Highway run. I think this one we're just going to turn around and take and drop right at the dock because then we're going to get this loco probably back up to the yard and out of the way because we'll have plenty of loads to run. Otherwise, we're running back out to the ironworks out there and put it on the siding on the edge loop. This one, kind of everything this train pulls comes out of there, so it's not a bad place for this train to actually sit on that loop. I suppose we don't really have a switcher up there. Not that we need a switcher up there, but we could turn around and throw a loco up there. We do have that siding for it. Put in up there. Would give us a use for a 10 mile, I suppose. Absolutely just hauling. Not even going to bother trying to slow down or nothing. Everything should run just fine. Probably get rid of that. We don't really need it. We're just going to be taking in the sight on this one. All around the corner. There we go. Only bummer is once you get rid of the HUD, you have no way to blow the whistle. So that's where, like, a whistle button would be cool. And I don't know, I don't even know if you can keybind a whistle. I don't think so because it's on a slider. But if we could get a way to keybind a whistle, if we don't have a way to keybind a whistle, I should actually go in and look before I say that, because maybe there is a way to keybind it, but I have never actually looked, so. But it would be cool to have a whistle button for when you have the hood closed. Alright, kick that up. We're going to need the oomph to get up the hill. This is not a light load. This is one of those when you get up to the class 125, you turn around and take this stack, throw the whole stack of the tier 2s on for the lumber and just do it all in one run. That's one of the advantages to the 125, you know? Just big, raw, get it all done in one run. Even when you have grades and stuff. This does kind of look, I like the green train though. You have to say that's kind of cool. And this one matches the Ruby basic. So, that's nice. If you like those matching trains, I kind of do. Still, I've never just really done, I know I had done a consolidation one at one point, and then the coal locos came out, so it all changed, but never really done just a one type of locomotive operation, so. Which that would be kind of cool instead of like running. This one's got pretty much at this point one of almost every locomotive on it. At this point we're now only missing 2 logos, 3 logos in this layout. So just about every locomotive in here. Still have to put the plows out, some cars out, and then it'll be a full set. This is just about a full set layout at this point. Getting very close. Alright, one more time. I'm gonna turn around and call this Mulberry Bush Depot. So here we go. That's the bush barn. You keep just running around the bush all the time. Don't mind it though. It's actually kind of like, I mean, you can put bypasses in here and get around this stuff, but it's kind of been cool having like the center hub to run around in the layout, like if you want to turn around, and it keeps it all, you know, really on one line. It's kind of neat. Alright, as we go into center terminal, Mulberry Street. Mulberry Street Station. There we go. We need a sign. Mulberry Street Station. Wake up everybody that's on break in the roundhouse there. Say hello. This is a great addition to the game too. Whether you have 1, you stick 3, you stick 4 of them together, whatever, you just do it. Like, they're just nice add. Just a 1 even like this makes for an easy, nice, just decent looking little layout, quick. Not a bad option. That was really nice to see added into the game there. There we go. Alright, I think we're good to go. So we have monkey switch coming up. Heads up, we're coming up the hill. Not that we're too worried about anybody coming down the hill right now today, but there we go. this up here, we do have like a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. And that's not like a joke. We're just gonna let it. We're gonna let it die down a bit here, as we know we don't need to crank it over to this. Monkey switch is no joke. This thing will throw you right off the track. And that's linked by the game, so it's what it is. We keep it because it's fun. Although I might be the only one that necessarily always thinks it's fun. Not a horrible place to have to pick up your trains if you do. It does make you turn around and choke out on some speed coming up this hill, which would probably be convenient to have a little more speed coming up this hill sometimes, but that's the challenge of it. It's what makes pulling a heavy load up here some work, you know? Can't all be easy, or it is, I don't know. That's not fun. The fact that you can't take this hill at breakneck speed changes the equation just a little bit. Well, you gotta ditch the momentum. Alright, so we will run up here. Let's go with, no, wait, yes, that's correct. This, we are not gonna run on the siding. This, we are going to run on that way. Yeah, you can see we turned around, put the two switches in there for the, normally we'll just bring the train in here, drop it right there, and you can turn it right back around, or you can back in it out of here and get around it nice and easy, and then the yard loco can come and do whatever, because really, building up big trains with oil is kind of a pain when you do it all in one chunk. So that was kind of the thinking there, is that it would alleviate some of the headache of having to deal with that. Alright, big green coming in. Still got all the cars back there, things are looking good. Rolling right along. Cannot complain. Shop that. Yeah, this layout actually up here for try to just change things around and do something a little different actually seems like it's working out fairly nice so far. Even flipping around the loco and getting out of here, it worked out nice with the Ruby Basin. So far so good. There we go, look at the Climax. As I said though, that one is gonna did turn around and throw the onion stack on there. I'm a sucker for an onion stack anyway. That was like the original onion stack in the game, you know? So, there you go. Alright, we'll just ease this in. Still have not obviously tested. This inside rail might be a little bitey. We'll just have to see how that one actually turns out. I got a plan for it if it is a problem, so we'll just have to see. But I want to try to work it the way that it is and see how that goes. Alright, this train with my tracker, stop! See, that's not great brakes. That slid a long way. Alright, let's see if these are gonna work. They're not gonna work. We're gonna have to imagine that. We're gonna have to back it up. Is that gonna work? That's gonna work. Alright, sweet. Get that going. I'm not trying that. Not gonna risk it. We'll just have to bear with it here. Alright, there we go. Let's get out of there. Should be able to bring this up. It's hard to keep track of the money nowadays. We got enough of it. Alright, there we go. 40 XP a piece, though. 9, so. Yeah. These are actually going to be a good XP builder. Nowadays, it's about burning, or earning, not burning. Earning XP or earning money, because, it could be two totally different things in the game. Alright, there we go. That should work. Get it. Ooh, not gonna risk it. See, I used to would have dropped that too, but nowadays, I don't know. I'm a little pickier about the hitbox. We'll just pull one forward and we'll be good, Just like that. Alright, break off. Get that forward. Good news is at this point it's really not about the money, so don't even really worry about the money. The XP is what we're kind of after at this point. Would be nice to try to get there to tier 9. Get that one going. Yeah, I mean those are paying like 30 XP a piece too, so there you go. Nice XP building train is what this one kind of. Where's that cash I'm looking at? Whatever. Ah, XP. Let's go good. This was a good XP trade. Maybe not the best money trade, but a decent XP trade. 38 there. What do we actually get here? Okay, so our beams. Beams are what we're actually out of, so there you go. That's actually not horrible. Oh, we got some oil. So bam. That's cool. And then, yeah, with the new additions, I guess we can turn around and... Let me see if I can grab this real quick. We'll come up and take a look. None of that really changed, but this is the part that actually did change. So, went around all the switches, which kind of just caps that. I don't know, like the way it capped it. And then we did put a turntable over here. It really is just a side parking, but if you do want to spin the loco around the easy way, then it's there to do that. And then there's a Climax. Did buy it up here, so it hasn't moved yet. It's totally, unstoked up. Hasn't been started or anything yet, but there we are, number 1501. Who knows? Maybe we'll have 10 of them at some point. But yeah, with that, we're going to call it away and say thanks for tuning in. Remember, if you get a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel. Y'all have a great day.